It is always very encouraging and heartfulling when you understand that in the process of designing that both you and the clients have got a lot of alignments in the tastes for architecture. Hi, my name is Aman Sohal, Principal Architect, Forum Advaita. Today I'll be taking you through my project, the Cocoon House, and for more details, please visit buildofy.com. This project is located in Sector 109, Imar in Mohali. The whole idea was to make it like an introverted house that offers surprises and heightens the experience. The house, being 30 feet by 90 feet, had a plot area of 2700 square feet, and the built-up area of the house is 4500 square feet. This happens to be the recessed part of the house, which allows a deeper veranda in the front. Now, as one starts moving from this part of the house, which is the vertex of the deeper rectangle, we wanted to ensure that we create a diagonal route of the house. We made the entire arrangement of the plan in such a way that the entire plot is divided into 1, 2, 3 and 4 bays. Starting from the first corner, this happens to be the vertex of the rectangular plot. This is the second plane of interaction. The third plane of interaction, the fourth one, fifth one. This is another plane of interaction, and it terminates with this plane of interaction, which happens to be the far end facade of the plot. So you come into this part of the space. Before you actually arrive into the central space, which is the common area space, you begin to get glimpses of these spaces which are beyond the first plane of interaction. The moment you arrive into the central space, you begin to make choices by either being on the right hand side gathering space or the left hand side gathering space. You continue to move across the space and you discover that you are almost moving in the diagonal fashion, and you arrive towards the end. Considering the fact that we wanted to bring the courtyard inside, so the courtyard found its place in this corner of the house, which we call a dry courtyard because it is covered from the skylight from the top. This courtyard happens to be the heart of the house, not only for the reason that it brings natural light in the center, but also all the habitable spaces are around this central courtyard. This part of the space, which is the formal living, also has got a linear cutout in the slab which continues till the roof of the second floor, and it invites beautiful beam of light during the day. Talking about the decor of the house, we chose to hang this beautiful tapestry, which is like a reminder of the traditional fulkaris of Punjab. So this happens to be one of my favorite spaces in the house because it kind of culminates the ground floor plan towards one side. The client, Colonel Khosla, he also happens to be a sports person, and he has been a horse rider. So during the days of his horse riding, he had this really nice collection of traditional saddlebacks. So we used these traditional saddlebacks and we created these bar stools here. So you can sit here and you can use this bar space on this side. The last part here is the kitchen, which receives natural light from the outside. In order to bring vibrancy in the kitchen, we used olive green color tiles on the walls. The third bay of the house, which is the tiniest bay, which is basically the internal staircase that connects the lower and the upper level, and concentrating 3 bedrooms at the upper level, we decided to have the largest width of the house, which is 30 feet, to the master bedroom, which has got a washroom on this side, a dedicated bedroom space here. The bedroom on the first floor level has got a projected window into the courtyard space, where a person can sit and enjoy the space inside and outside. Considering the fact that it is a southwest facing plot, the toilets which were positioned in the front are also of a low ceiling height, which is 8 feet high, and the regular slab height is 10 feet 6 inches. That allows us with a space in between the two slabs where we allowed the natural light to go through a glass brick wall here. The moment you enter into this space, this part is basically a bridge which gets experienced at the second floor level. And from here, as one arrives at this part here, this is the common gathering space of the first floor, which is currently being used as a home office by the owners. In order to create the mystery of how the staircase is positioned, we created a structural support member here, which is like a vertical plane with an opening in the middle. So you partially tend to see what is behind. This happens to be the only opening. This being the terminating slab of the space, this forms the central bridge in the house. So from this space, you can interact with this part as well as this part. As far as the material palette is concerned, we consciously chose to limit it to very few variables. So the entire house is painted in a very ochre color. The only stark element that comes into the house is the central courtyard with hammered finished granite stone, which is clad on the common wall in such a way that when the light falls on top of the wall, it gives a beautiful textural feel to it. Other than that, we chose light walnut color ply, which you can see in glimpses here and there. Most of the furniture that you see in the house is basically shisham wood, and it was a bought out furniture from Jodhpur. So considering the smaller width of the plot, we chose to play with only two materials. One will be the brick cladding and the other one will be regular texture paint, and that's shaped at the front facade of the house. So, the outcome of the house is not one mind driven. It is basically a collective intelligence that comes into play from both the architect side and the client side, and hopefully this continues to grow.